Hey, it's Zoe here, and I was inspired to make this video today because I ran into a woman at an appointment that I know from when I used to work at the gym, and she was asking about being a mom and all of that, and asked about how my birth went. And when I said, oh, I actually had a C-section, she said, oh, my stomach never went flat again after having a C-section. And I just was like, oh, that sucks. And this actually happened like a few months ago, and I remember, probably more like a year ago, I remember feeling kind of like, oh, that's got me a little bit worried. But I'm happy to report that it is possible after giving birth to a child, whether it is a vaginal or a C-section, that you can get a flat stomach again by knowing what exercises to do, by knowing which exercises to avoid, which I'm going to share a few of those things with you today, and knowing how to progressively move into more challenging exercises safely. Because I think what a lot of us do is jump into all of these exercises that are way too hard for us, and we actually can't control our core properly. So we end up training it in a distended position. And if you have ever done like a sit-up and you've seen how your belly kind of pooches forward and out when you get in that position, then you probably know what I'm talking about. It's called IAP, which means intra-abdominal pressure. When your core is not strong enough to do what you're asking to, it just kind of does this little expansion because it's got almost too much pressure, like a canister. And then you get bulging in your linea alba. And if you keep training like that, you're actually doing more harm than good. Like, you'd be better off just not to be doing those exercises because they are causing damage. So I wanted to share that with you, and of course mention that if you are somebody who is looking to strengthen your core, see noticeable changes in your waist, in the flatness of your stomach, and start feeling really confident, then the good news is at the special link I placed for you around this video, we have 50% off the Trim Core Challenge, our best ever selling yoga fitness routine that is just 15 minutes that you can do from home, that is focused on helping you to really engage the deep muscles of your core, the transverse abdominis, TVA. When we work those muscles, that's when we gain the deep core strength that helps us to really manage the pressure that happens in our core so we don't get that bulging and we don't end up doing more harm than good to our core. So what's so important is to start with very basic movements. I'll show you one now. Very basic movements, and then once you've mastered them, progress them and keep going, keep progressing yourself, because as you get stronger, that's when you start to see the changes. But inside the Trim Core Challenge, we also have 4 minutes of HIIT cardio, which is one of the best styles of cardio to help you shed weight, boost metabolism, and really get rid of a little bit of fat that may be also contributing to the appearance of our belly. Because of course, it's a two-factor thing, right? We can't just lose fat and expect our core to look great. And we can't just do core exercises and still have the fat on top and expect the core to look great. It takes those two things in combination to get the belly to flatten out again. Now, I also have done some sharing on C-section, scar massage work, and that is something that I did as well, which I feel like really helped me get that smoothness of the lower abdomen. But let's try a simple exercise. One of my favorites, a modified dead bug. Is better than it sounds, but this is one of my favorites because it really works the transverse abdominis. So we're gonna lay down on our back, and the key is the setup. So lay down on your back, and notice how there's probably a natural little space between your lower back and the mat. Rather than thinking about just shoving that down into the floor, which can sometimes make the belly pooch out, think about your hip bones right here drawing towards one another, your ribs drawing in, and maintaining the natural curve of your spine. And you'll be able to press and feel that little bit of tension if your transverse abdominis has turned on. From there, level 1, all you're going to do is slide your right leg out, your left arm back, and then think about your core pulling everything into center. Do the same thing, other side. And you're maintaining that balance of the hips, the natural curve of the lumbar spine, the ribs nipped in. Now, as you get stronger, you'll be able to do this with the legs floating and still maintaining that. And again, as you get stronger, you could do it with straight legs. You could do it with your head lifted. There's all kinds of variations, but the key is to choose the one that you can successfully do for like 10, 15 reps. And then once you get up to like 20, 25 reps, start to increase the challenge. Now, that's just one exercise. There are literally hundreds of exercises that are way better than crunches and just the good old-fashioned planks that are going to take your core to the next level and help to reduce the injuries that can happen when we're training the core in an unsafe way, when our core is not strong and we strain the lower back. Now, of course, we also have to remember the lower back and the back, because your core, you can see my deodorant stain, don't mind that. Your core is a core of an apple. I mean, it's not just the front, it's the sides and the back. So inside every single 15-minute trim core workout, we work the TVA, the rectus abdominis, the internal and external obliques, the erector spinae, all of those beautiful muscles in our back and all of the muscles that encompass the core to truly get that 360-degree, what we call corset core training, to help cinch and pull everything back in. So yeah, what I really wanted to say is just if you had a baby, and whether your baby is 2 months old, 2 years old, 20 years old, 40-year-old, they're still your baby, I know, but it's never too late to learn how to do this. It's never too late to see a change in your body. So don't think just because you're a grandma now means that you can't do those workouts that are for brand new moms. We all need to set that foundation. And from that foundation, that's where you build strength. That's where you see change. And that's when you are going to get those noticeable results in your core. I'm really excited for you to get started. Take advantage today. And I can't wait to walk you through your first 15-minute workout. You can do it right from home anytime you have the opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to getting you those results that you're looking for. Big hugs, lots of love. Bye-bye.